attention to the laws. They've changed. Watch those teenagers. Please watch those teenagers. They are, you're going to see that law enforcement is going to change, I believe, dramatically in the next couple of weeks. You don't need those teenagers and those young 20-somethings to get crossways with police. I think you're going to see a different level of law enforcement here pretty soon. And the downside to it is going to be you're just not going to want to get caught up in something that requires law enforcement. So like I said, watch your anxiety, watch your drinking. Please start to think about the tone and the tenor you're using with each other inside of your houses. Make sure that you're getting space away from each other. Make sure you're not yelling like loudly at your kids too much, because they are going to absorb that, and all they're going to do is give you back behavior that you're not looking for, because they're going to be responding to your negative energy. And I know that sounds stupid, it sounds kitschy, but you know what? When you yell at kids, kids yell at you too. And know that we just don't have enough space for everybody to be yelling at each other, because this isn't discipline. They're not being bad. They're being anxious. Your kids are not being bad. Your kids are being anxious. They're being bored. They're being concerned. They don't know what to do. If they're not on a schedule. If you haven't given them a schedule, go to our website. We've got a schedule for you. They need to be going to bed every night at the same night. They need to be waking up the same day. You need to have a schedule for them. They're used to having a schedule at school. God bless schools. They're at your house now, and if without a schedule, hollering is not going to make this any better or easier. And so this is going to take all of your patience, all of your kindness, everything inside of you to find that grace and find that calmness, because your kids aren't being bad. They're reacting to this crazy time, and what you're trying to do is keeping them safe from this virus, and you're also trying to keep them safe in terms of laws. So make sure pretend like you are driving through an active school zone right now. It's the same thing. When you go outside, the laws have changed, and so the legal ramifications of doing some things are greater than they were just a month ago before this disaster. Trespassing has different laws. Assault has different laws. Stealing things has different laws. The laws have changed, and you need to know what those. And I believe that they're going to continue to change. So be aware of the laws, and the laws are changing. Be very aware of trespassing. I think that's going to get really complicated. Make sure your kids know what trespassing means. Don't let them trespass. That we have some really tight laws under disasters about trespassing, and so you want to make sure that your children are protected with the information they need to not break laws that might harm them, because nobody, it's stressful enough. Nobody needs to deal with unnecessary and preventable law enforcement interaction. I think I think the policemen would agree. Just if you can stay home, please stay home. Please reach out to the sheriff if you would like to have your firearms removed from your house for safe storage while this is going over. Please let me know if you need a gun lock for the firearms that are in your house. Please make sure that you know that you are legally responsible for making sure that minor children in your house do not have access to that gun. If that gun is not locked up and they use it, that is your responsibility. If you think your kids don't know where your gun is in your house, you're wrong. If you think your kids won't touch it just because you said so, I'm not sure that this is a time you want to test out that theory. So I can't encourage it enough. If you need a gun lock, we will get you one for free. Please make sure that your gun and your ammunition are separated, so it gives you extra time to make a decision about whether or not you actually feel like you need to use it. Please call 911 as your first response to an emergency, be it you being harmed, that you feel like you can't breathe, or if you feel like you're going to hurt yourself or others, or you feel like you're going to be injured. I have reached out to all of our law enforcement and our fire departments. They are prepared and they're ready and they are available. When you call, they will come. So they want you to know that. And the firemen who are in Harris County in Houston are first responders for a lot of our medical stuff. They're here, they're ready, they're prepared, and they're available. And